Hello and welcome to Long Island Weather Update. It is February 28th. It's almost 9:30. Cold front is moving through right now. Line of showers is moving through. You can see that line of showers across the area. Nothing really too impressive across the area as far as our rain goes. It's a little brief little shower. Nothing severe. There was some heavier stuff over Jersey. And then if we look up to the north and the west, this is where it was much more impressive up into western Massachusetts. It still is. This end of it here, coming through Albany, looked pretty impressive. But for us, it's just going to be a brief shower or so with this cold front that we have moving on through right now. Looking at our weather conditions across the area, you can see that we have dew points. We have the cooler and the drier air kind of moving in. We'll just display the dew point on here, too, to show you. While dew point's kind of humid here, we got temperatures in the 50s. You can see off to the with a much cooler air, as you can see, dew points much lower. So it's a pretty sharp cold front, and we got some pretty strong wind gusts. McGuire Air Force gusting to 44, and the stronger wind gusts are going to have a tendency to, I think, be behind the front. That's why you see we've got the wind advisory in effect tonight. So let's go and look at our highs for the day across the area, because there's a pretty big variation, once again, across our area, Long Island. Temperatures were in the mid-50s, and then as we go west into New Jersey, we had low 60s, not as warm as yesterday, maybe a few mid-60s. The sun really didn't come out. It didn't really allow, I think, things to heat up as much, and maybe that's also part of the reason why we're not seeing the severe weather here. But still, cooler on Long Island, warmer in New Jersey, and lows, nothing really to lows in the upper 40s. It's warm when the lows are warmer than your normal highs. Look at that. Didn't even get below the 50s in Jersey, which is, again, pretty chilly. Pretty chilly out there. So, not pretty chilly. Pretty warm, I should say. Not pretty chilly. I'm hoping it's going to get chilly tonight, but that's what I was about to say. But you can see just really warm temperatures. Crazy to see hot lows that warm. I wonder if there was some record low minimums set across our area today. Perhaps there were. You can see we have the cold front coming through right now. So let's go over to the Weather Service site here. Look at our climatology for Islip today. High of 54 and a low of 49. The high was 10 degrees above normal. The low of 49, get ready for this, 21 degrees above normal, giving us an average of 52. That's 16 degrees above normal today. So quite warm. Central Park, 59 for a high and a low of 51. And they were running 17 degrees above normal today. 17 degrees above normal. That is really, really ridiculous. Really ridiculous. Look at LaGuardia, running 13 degrees above normal. Newark, of course, the hot spot at 63, and they were running 19 degrees above normal, nearly 20 degrees above normal today at Newark, which is, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let's see if there are any mentions of this. I don't think any records were broken today. Perhaps, I don't know. Not really any mentions of this, but, these could be record high minimums, perhaps, at least for the day. But no statement from the Weather Service on that, unfortunately. No, let's see if we can. Maybe they have something. Records. Maybe they would have a record here. No. I don't know why they're not really bringing it up, but I have a feeling there are some records broken. But the Weather Service is, trying to minimize the effects of the climate crisis, because we have, again, both parties in this country in denial of how bad things are, because, again, they're beholden to Wall Street and fossil fuel. So, yeah, I don't see any statements here. Usually you have what you call a record report statement. Let's see if I can find anything. I'm just curious if we had anything here. Usually they've got maybe public information statement. I don't know. No, nothing about those. Nope, that's an old one. I don't want to waste too much time here. That you think they would have something about this, but apparently no record was set or whatever, or if it was, they don't keep track of record low minimums. I don't know, but apparently not. But one thing we can do and we'll just show you here. And we're going to talk about this, obviously, when we go here to the, we talk about Friday on the monthlies, but for the month of February. But we're just going to look at the preliminary for islip here. And, yeah, 2.4 degrees above normal at islip for the month. And Central Park even worse at 3.9 degrees. They may actually make it 4 degrees above normal for the month. So, yeah, it's really incredible. We'll have to see where this stacks up. Definitely one of the... All right, here's a thing called record event report. So maybe this might show what we have here. No, nothing. All right, I tried. I don't want to waste too much time on this. This is the satellite image here of the front coming through, and you can see looking at... yeah, look at this front here. Pretty impressive to see. And you can see here's the colder air coming in. You can see some of that instability, cloudiness. There may be some lake effect from this. And if we go look at the weather and hazards map, you'll see if we look upstate, you'll see we've got lake effect snow warnings in effect and high wind warnings also downwind of these lakes. Look at this, 58-mile-an-hour wind gust on the lake right now, 26 degrees. So yeah, this is the kind of situation you're going to have upstate. So yeah, very impressive front on the satellite. You can see right here, very impressive. And I want to actually, before I forget, because I almost did forget, I had to restart this update. Those storms in Chicago last night were something else, and I just want to show you a few brief clips of it. Here's I took from EarthCam here, and you can see here's just a few brief clips that I got of the lightning and the thunder. It was really impressive, especially once the storm got east and out over the once it got east and out over the lake, it really got impressive. So we'll show you what this looked like here, and you'll see. You just get an idea of what was going on. Hey, don't do that. So you'll see here, yeah, quite a bit of lightning. I remember we're in February right now. So at the end of February to have this is very impressive to see. Very impressive. So I had to, because I don't think it's, I had to kind of just show you this because this is really impressive here. Chicago, just really, I'm going to make a separate video showing this. It's a shame they don't archive these, but really impressive looking at the lightning display offshore here of Chicago last night from this front. Really impressive. Of course, we're not seeing any of that. So you're seeing a thunderstorm. This is what you're seeing here. But a lot of lightning, mostly in the cloud, but a lot of lightning activity out over the lake here. Very beautiful. Really, this is something you'd see more in the summertime, and it's only February. And the amount of lightning that this storm is producing offshore is really something. Oh, look at that. So this is east of Chicago. Last night, this storm just blew up. This line just blew up, and really just incredible footage here. Really incredible. But, this is what happens. This is the kind of air mass. You have a very warm, humid air mass and a cold front colliding, and a warm, humid air mass that should never be making it this far north at this time of the year. But yet it has, and this is what you're seeing as a result of it. And, very, very impressive. And, I have to show you this because this is really, really something. And you can see it's still going over the lake. It's really incredible what they had last night in Chicago. Really incredible to see. And there actually were some tornadoes spotted as well off to the west of Chicago with that line. Just to give you an example of the kind of energy that was in the atmosphere from this. Really, really impressive. Really impressive. Look at all that lightning offshore. I mean, there's a few bolts in the cloud there for you. But, man, what... And then that pops up. The only thing about Windows is they're very annoying with that. They like to make these pop-ups and things. So it kind of happened while I was screen capturing it. So, yeah, but it's not really blocking your view. So you can see here, look at that. That's incredible right there. That truly is incredible. Look at all that going on. I mean, that's out over the lake right there. I mean, that's really incredible. I mean, it's still going. You can see, look at that. I mean, look at summertime, man. I mean, it's nuts. I have to show you this because this is this is what happened in Chicago last night. There it goes. Finally goes away. Yeah, Windows is annoying with that. I kind of miss Windows 7. I think it was less intrusive. But yeah, really, look at this lightning here. I mean, really something over Chicago last night. And you can see it's still going here. Yeah, I took a nice clip of it for you just to show you. I mean, this is incredible. Look at this. And this is February. We're in February, and we're seeing this. So, I mean, yeah. I wanted to just show you this in this weather update because this is really incredible. And again, we got this from the Earth Cam here. Really incredible footage there. I would have loved to have been, because the rain was done now. You could have been along the lake and gotten some amazing, absolutely amazing lightning shots. Hopefully we can get, at least there'll be one good thing about having a very warm summer. Hopefully we can get some, because last summer we didn't get enough severe thunderstorms. Hopefully we can get some good severe thunderstorms this year. I'll just close this down now. Yeah, really impressive, that line that came. So this is the front coming through right now. And we'll go to the larger CONUS view, and we'll show you the GLM, see if there's any lightning being detected at all. We'll look at the GLM flash intensity. But, yeah, I don't see a whole lot of lightning here being produced. No, not really. Some offshore, but not really much being produced. We'll take this out to the CONUS view here to show you the whole thing. And, again, you could see that subtropical Pacific jet there. Right there, just feeding into this whole thing. It's been the story all winter long. It's ridiculous, It really is. So looking at the weather map, you see we got the cold front coming through, and high pressure will build in, but with cold air is going to be very, very short-lived. It's going to be in and it's going to be out because the Pacific jet won't allow it to stay. It's going to come in and then get pushed out right away. Let's go look at the... And first of all, let's look across the country right now. Hang on. What are you doing? Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. My computer just wants to misbehave tonight. Still got red flag warnings in the Midwest. Still got those fires going in Texas. And winter storms. So in the mountains of the West, they're getting their snow. But no prospects for us at all. So let's look at the latest models here and look at the GFS. And we've got this cold front comes through. High pressure builds in tomorrow. But though it's going to be pretty windy, you can see how tight those isobars are. Breezy conditions, less wind Friday, and then the high pressure retreats. We get into that northwest flow, and then guess what we have for Saturday? That's right, a coastal low with more rain to start March. And then March, or at least March will start on Friday. Friday will be nice, but the second day into March, we're going to be dealing with rain. That low hopefully moves out. We'll have drier conditions on Sunday and Monday into Tuesday. And then as we get into Tuesday night to Wednesday, here comes the next system coming up. And then you can see a little weak high building in the next system. The coastal system there. It may bring snow to some, but without much cold air around, I don't think we're going to see much snow in our area from it. Maybe over northern New England, maybe. And then no real cold air behind that. High builds in. Here comes the next, and another big high. So, the deal is we're going to be above normal for a while. So if we look at the temperatures anomaly chart here and, just enjoy the cold air tomorrow because after that, we're way above normal until further notice. And look at how, it's crazy. There's just no end in sight to this specific jet pattern that we've got going on. Winter may be over. That may be it, like we ever had a winter to begin with. This winter actually turned out to be, I think, worse than last. Even though we had more snow, it was warmer. Definitely warmer. Pretty pathetic. That's all I got to say. So let's take a closer look at our area right now. I go more into the long range on Sunday, as you know. Let's go look at the HRRR model here. And at least 0 is the HRRR showing the front coming through. The rain's going to be coming to an end across Long Island in the next hour or two. Temperatures drop, the cold air comes in. We may have a snow shower or a snow flurry tomorrow with instability, a lot of clouds around. You can see if we look at the HRRR, we'll look at a sounding for 16Z on Thursday. You'll see here, how two clouds. We took it over New Jersey. But you see how close those two lines are. It means a lot of low-level moisture, and that's going to keep a lot of clouds around. I think in the picture tomorrow will be some sun, but a lot of clouds. there may even be some Virgo in the sky. It'll look wintry at least. And then for Friday, we have to worry about the cirrus coming in. So we'll look at a 15Z sounding on the HRRR if it'll work this far out. And you can see these lines are kind of close to each other. So I'll have to see what happens. I think, they're going to probably be increasing high clouds toward the afternoon. And there may be some jet junk around as well. So really if you want a really nice crystal clear day, we can't get it within the pattern we're in right now and the pattern we've been in all winter. It's been awful. So let's look at our dew points and wind flow. And as we look at our dew points and wind flow, you'll see that, again, those dew points drop. They crash pretty quick tonight. But you see the core of that cold air, yep, it stays up to the north. If you were in Maine, or maybe in extreme northern New York like Plattsburgh, New Hampshire, Vermont, you get into that Arctic component, but we're just going to get into a polar component of this air mass. And then as we get into Friday, those northwest winds become southwest, and that's going to bring in the warmer air. So temperatures obviously will be dropping, and we'll be dropping to the 30s probably within an hour or so. And then by midnight, we'll be starting to drop below freezing. And so we'll be in the upper 20s tonight. Nothing really that much below normal for the lows tonight, but the highs tomorrow are going to be on the chilly side with those clouds and that wind blowing. We're only going to be in the mid-30s, I think, for most locations. Maybe upper 30s in Jersey, but I don't think we're going to see 40 degrees. And then for Friday night, the winds get light and we have some radiational cooling. We could have lows perhaps in the teens in the Pine Barrens and 20s in a lot of other locations. And then for Friday, when the wind swings around to the southwest, you'll see it'll bring in much warmer air. The Long Island will probably be cooler with the sea breeze with mid to upper 40s. The Jersey could be around 50. And then we have this system for the weekend that we got to worry about, this next system after we're done with this. So let's go look at the GFS and the dew points and wind flow. And GFS shows the same thing here. GFS brings it a little more down tomorrow, but you'll see it retreats quickly on Friday. It's out of here. And then we have this coastal low to worry about. But you'll see here going into no real cold air around. Dew point's not even that low. And then we'll have, again, I mean, this is just a mess here. No cold air at all. So, I mean, this is just, and a lot of moisture too around, which means rain chances. So, looking at your temperatures again, going into the weekend, you see, even though Saturday will have, rain in the picture, it's not going to be all that cold. Mid 45, 50, and on Sunday, very warm again, well into the 50s again for your Sunday, and then Monday. Look at this. Next week, very warm, 50s to 60 in a lot of the days. So could we be seeing the warmest March on record? Maybe. Because look at that. I mean, we're going to probably wind up seeing 70s in Jersey one of the days for the first part of this month. It's absolutely nuts and really crappy. Let's go to the NAM 12, and I'm going to pull up the NAM 12, and we'll just show you what the NAM 12 is going to do with the next system that we have coming up. I think we're just too far away from it. Yes, we are. So, but the GFS and the NAM both agree rain's going to be moving back into the picture. How many freaking rainy weekends we have? Well, we're going to have another one. More rain on Saturday. Could linger into the evening. So Saturday, you may be stuck indoors. And then Sunday, we finally get rid of it slowly. And the power just flickered here. So, yeah, we had a power flicker here. It was probably the front coming through, maybe. Let's see if we got some wind gusts going on right now. Yeah, the power just flickered here, so let's see. You might have heard it. Let's see if we got some wind gusts showing up here. That might have been the front coming through. The power infrastructure here is not very good, so it's not a surprise. You also see that it's also warmer inland as well, so let's go get an observations from Mineola. See if we can get some wind gusts here coming in. Let's see. Nah, not really showing a wind gust, but it is 56 degrees. And you can see actually the temperature did spike up ahead of the front. Look at how much the temperature. I knew it felt like it was getting warmer right ahead of that front. Yeah, it went from like low 50s up to the mid 50s right ahead of that front. Notice the dew point starting to drop now. So the front is coming through right now. It's not always that when we're doing a weather update we actually have a cold front coming through at the same time, but we do. Yeah, let's take a look at the South Shore now. We'll go to, we'll look at Belmore here, and yeah, they're still cool. They didn't see that warm up because they're on the South Shore. They didn't see it. Let's see, they might have. No, actually, nope. They did get the spike too. They got the spike ahead of the cold front too. So yeah, the winds have picked up now. We got some wind gusts to 20 miles an hour and 21 miles an hour, at least there. But I'm sure the wind gusts are even worse. So, I'm going to keep the weather and hazards map up as this front comes through because we are under a wind advisory and we could be seeing some strong winds right now across our area as this moves through. So I'm kind of curious. Let's put this back up because this updates rather frequently. So we'll see. We've got nothing crazy. A 35-mile-an-hour wind gust at JFK, 36 at LaGuardia. You can see, yep. West wind to 28, gusting to 35. Yep, this could be causing some power outages when this moves through. West wind gusting to 36. 42-mile-an-hour wind gust at West Gilgo. So, yeah, the front's coming through right now, so we're experiencing some of those strong winds that we have. So, let's talk about the skies. Because we're going to have a lot of clouds around. Just showing you the GFS here. You can see the cloud cover for tomorrow, and then I think the best chance of getting a decent amount of sunshine is Friday. And then after that, we're going to be dealing with a lot of clouds. Not only is it going to be warm, but cloudy and wet. It's one thing if it was warm and it was sunny, but no. It's going to be warm and junky and cloudy and humid and crappy. Let's look at the RGEM. RGEM's also showing this as well. So here's the RGEM for tomorrow, and you'll see here coming in here that it does show sunshine in the early part of the day, and then the clouds kind of quickly build up. We'll have that instability again. Maybe if you're in southern New Jersey, south of Toms River, maybe a little more sun there, but a decent amount of clouds. And then for Friday, I think that's the day we'll have most sunshine, but those high clouds do creep in, especially over New Jersey in the afternoon. So Friday's obviously going to be a best day right now for sunshine right now. It's what it looks like right now. But, yeah, there's some strong winds buffeting the area right now that we have. 42-mile-an-hour winds. Let's go ahead and look at some of the cameras right now because, again, it could be some pretty strong wind gusts. Of course, I can't hear them in here. I guess one of the pluses but negatives or whatever you want to look at it. Well, let's see what the winds look like out there. Yeah, that camera's shaking around. So we definitely have some strong winds starting to, yep, strong winds. I see that camera shaking. Yep, I definitely do. Yep. So, yeah, we got some strong winds approach in the area right now that are definitely hitting. Well, look at this camera here. So, definitely got some strong winds. So, we're going to see some of the stronger winds now, I think. It'll still be breezy tomorrow, but the wind advisory expires now, gusting to 46 at LaGuardia. West wind gusting to 46. So we're starting to see some of those really strong winds now approaching the area with this cold front. There're going to be some pretty strong winds with this. So they are moving. It is moving through. It's not all, like I said, it's not all the time that we have a cold front moving through in the middle of a weather update, but that's exactly what's happening. And some of these winds are pretty strong that are coming into the picture. So there could be some power outages. We'll go to the PSEG look at power outage website right now. We'll see. We've got 215 people right now without power. This number could climb later tonight, so we'll have to see what happens. But we do have some strong winds, so I'm sure everything is running like a top on the South Shore, like it always does. Let's go to the NAM up for a little bit here, looking at the skies for tomorrow. You'll see again those clouds that will develop, though it looks like Friday looks pretty decent. So Friday right now looking like the best day we're going to have for a while. Because after that, again, we're going to be stuck in the clouds and rain chances, and we're going to have to watch for this weird pattern that could set up, again, a weird blocking pattern. But the high won't be strong enough to keep the clouds away, I think. And it's still going to be very warm. And you see, look at the GFS. I mean, just ridiculous. I mean, who knows when we're ever going to clear out. We're going to have very few sunny days going into March. So do have a sunny day. The best thing is to enjoy it right now. So that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update as we deal with the climate from hell as it continues. And if you want to have some semblance of winter, well, you better head to Flagstaff right now because it's beautiful in Flagstaff right now, actually. And Flagstaff isn't going to have any of this. So if we go look at
type up Flagstaff here. By the way, we'll take one last look at this front, by the way. Actually, there's another batch of heavy rain moving in over New Jersey. But if we take a look at Flagstaff, go to Flagstaff here. Flagstaff. Yeah, they won't have any of this. All right, they're going to have sunny weather. All right, they do have some chances of snow, but mostly sunny. Monday, sunny. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Yeah, it's not that cold, but at least it's sunny. It's just the climate here is just getting very depressing. I'm going to talk about that in my mental health update, I think. Let's just go one more time to the weather and hazards map. One more time, get some observations over our area as this front moves through. Getting some, like I said, we're getting some pretty strong wind gusts out there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust somewhere on Long Island tonight. That's why we got the wind advisory in effect. Lastly, let's just look at precipitation for the past 24 hours. See how much rainfall we got. Yeah, generally a half an inch, or a little more out east, a little less to the west. We're still going to get a little more rain tonight. But yeah, these winds are definitely picking up. So again, lastly, before I wrap it up, we have a wind advisory in effect until 4 a.m. tonight, 4 a.m. Thursday. Expect the strong winds and could be some isolated power outages as a result of those strong winds. So that's going to wrap up this Long Island weather update. Have a good night.